Yeah. He got hate all the time in his hands, and we build something more than friends. He got hate all the time in his hands. So loving you was just
The new style of music I have is more of a neo soul. It's more to impact the inside out. Most of the generation today, you know, include my own, and coming up is more to show what's on the outside in with the music, but I plan to do something different. And it can impact in a way where it can change the look of what music from Detroit or Michigan or whatever state that you are familiar with, city that you're familiar with, it gives a different outlook, paints a different picture, different portrait, and it gives people something to look forward to, just in general. That will be out next Wednesday. The promo is out. Pretty sure I'll leave my information, you know, as far as my social media and different things as that. But the new music now is I'm doing a couple of singles, but it should any time during the summer it should be done. I'm aiming for around July, August time. Just right before, just in the mid summertime, so that way, you know, it just give people something to, you know, roll their window down to, you know. Heart's Letter. Heart's Letter is the latest song that I released. It's regarding to sometimes you get to a point where sometimes relationships get to a fork in the road, and you want to be able to say the things, you know, and sometimes you just don't want to say the wrong things, the right things, and now technology is so much, like you only get to write so many letters in there, and but if you really were able to really say what you want to say and need to say, and really feel like not even feel like you know it's truth to it, would that person receive it, not just read it, you know, it doesn't, would they receive it in a way where they understand and that connection is still there, you know, and because you know, and that doesn't waver. And I'm relating to that now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there relate to that now, you know. So that's where that came from. To love, man. Love is a strong thing. Experienced it in a different way. It changed my mindset of different things, and sometimes people have a positive impact on you, and it began to change that. And I literally, you know, had an impact of people or a person had an impact on me to change what it is to express yourself in a way. You know, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be catchy. Just be authentic and be real. And that's my main thing. What inspired me to write the book? Well, the title of the book is The Boy Who Could Finally Hear. It's a children's book, a novel rather. But it's more so about a kid who hearing deprived and basically overcomes it. This book in particular was inspired by I was once, like I said, I've seen plenty of single mothers, you know, raise kids, but one in particular I witnessed firsthand. I watched, her tiredness, just to get back for do things, just to try to get it done and try to do her best to get it done, just so, she can make a difference in her child's and her son's life, and I seen that, and I thought to myself, how can I make that same impact? Thus, I don't have kids, but I felt the compassion for her, and that inspired me to be involved with the youth and to try to put things out to make it do something to impact them, and definitely with God giving me the ideas, He just makes things, just gives you ideas out of nowhere, and you just can put them into projects, and then at that point you can just take it anywhere. But I think that's the thing. It went to where it came from there. My plan to inspire the youth. I plan to do things at the community outreach programs, and I'm now currently involved in tied into different forms of business as far as dealing with the youth, whether through church or different community recreational centers. But that's the thing why I'm tied into now, to try to get involved in those things. But I definitely believe the music and the books will, because the music in a way, because it would just teach them, it just will show something different. Like I said, the music is really like more soul music now. So I think everybody is soul-based, spirit and soul-based. So if you can make the soul and spirit rich and strong, you can pretty much encourage and overcome anything. And the book definitely. These are things I wasn't taught or around, but the book definitely. I remember growing up. One thing I think everybody that relates to me, when you were in school, everybody had the Scholastic Book Fair. The book fair was something big. Even if you didn't have money, what you do is, when they call you, you just go in there and just skim through as many books as you can. And your teacher would be like, damn, you're not buying nothing. Come on out. But you still try to get a couple of little more reads in there. Because, some people couldn't afford to buy it. I want to make something affordable to kids too, and put these things back into the schools and be a part of those things that I had a passion for. I didn't have no reason or know why I was so geeked for the Scholastic Book Fair. It was just something. It's just so many books. What type of books are in here, And then I'm just hoping one day, one kid, maybe one day eventually my kid goes in there, pulls a book out, and it's my name on there. So now they believe they can do anything, and they can be a part of anything. Two in particular. One, I would say, last year, around February, around February 24th, I was shot last year. And anytime you experience a life or death experience, it kind of throws you off. It kind of gets you for a minute. So I went through trying to push through that and trying to stay afloat. And you get to the point where you're trying to create this aura that everything's fine. I'm fine, I'm good. And I got to a point where the next year, the following year, it's not even a year and 2 months, it's the next year, the same week of next year. My granddad is sick. My granddad is sick at this point. I get the news, and now my mind is back at the point where the shooting my granddad and all of it is like this. So at this point, I'm in a relationship, And as a man, you're in a relationship, you gotta keep it together. And I was already like on, pins and needles before. So now my mind is like completely racing at this point. And now it's racing, and I'm trying to get a hold of it. And everything just slips. I'm not saying everything slips. I just down to nothing, And then my frustration kicks in. Now that I lose things, and everything seemed like the loss. Now my frustration kicks in. So now I can't get my granddad back. So now I'm gonna fight for the relationship back. Well, then what happens then? I began to make that worse than better. And so I redirected my focus, and decided to better myself. I started doing little therapeutic things and reading more. And then when I began to do that, the book came. And that's when the book came. And when the book came, it just dropped in my lap. And that pushed the book out. And then the inspiration I got through how the structure of it was, I realized how much I loved the person, right? And so now, how can I wrote this book, but how can I put more into it? So now I put it into, if I could put it into a letter, as if I put this book, because this person inspired this book. If I can put it into a letter form, how can I, or some form of a way where a person can understand that, what the meaning or how the value. And I feel like everybody's been there. Everybody has put things in jeopardy. Everybody has lost things that they valued. And some people have tried to make those sacrifices and just tried to do things to get those things back. I think that I just approached it differently. I became more productive. I don't get involved with, I don't mean I have to get around people to do that. I just involve myself with things that better me and put me in a better situation. And I just, I just give it to God, and hopefully everything just falls back into place, and, the success comes, how it's supposed to come, and everything like that. But that's really what inspired it. When you come across like I said, when you come across things or people that gives you that inspiration and things like that. Currently, outside the book and the music, I have a couple of different endeavors. I have this. My cousin is doing an orphan thing in July, so I'll be going to do that. To speak with orphans and things like that. Also, the book will be available in 6 to 8 months, so you guys can definitely. I should get copies before then. A good 10 copies. The first 10 copies come to me, but before then, but 6 to 8 months, the book will be out.
She got the aura, the type it might for ya.